Hey, what's up? This is Joe. I'm in the city of Oaxaca in Mexico, and I wanted to talk to you about a phenomenon known as culture shock, which is basically something that happens when you travel to another culture that's very different from your own. And they're surrounded by different faces, a different language, different customs, different culture. And what I've actually seen happen quite a bit is rather than take the time and kind of assimilate into the culture, people just kind of stick to their own communities where they're most comfortable. What I'd like to talk about in this video is actually what to do about it. The last couple of times I've come to Mexico, I've experienced that sort of, it's hard to explain, but it's kind of like a feeling of anxiety. And some people might feel kind of a sense of being trapped and or a sense of loneliness, you know, almost to the point that it makes it hard for them to walk outside of the door and actually do anything. I love culture shock. It's actually one of my favorite aspects of travel. That feeling of butterflies in your stomach, like, wow, how am I gonna get by? What am I gonna eat? How am I gonna order food? And so this time I came down, I actually didn't really get any culture shock at all. It's kind of interesting because I'm in one of the most intense Mexican cities that you could possibly find, that you could possibly travel to in Oaxaca, where the cultural extremes are just kicked up to level 11. Like, everything is just very intense, very extreme. I've kind of got my own like little system as far as getting comfortable. Typically I'll figure out where the El Centro of the city, the downtown, is. And then kind of just start off by exploring that on foot. One of my favorite things to do in the Ciudad de Oaxaca, or for that matter, a lot of cities in Mexico, pretty much the only thing to do is just go to the downtown, what they call El Centro, and just sit down and hang out and watch what's going on and maybe buy some food, and you know, that's it. All you really want to do is just kind of sit down and relax and just kind of watch what's going on, and you know, not be too worried about any kind of an agenda. This guy was here yesterday. I sat right there and ate some tacos. You want to see everything, you want to do everything, but a lot of times what I found is once I actually get there, the best thing I can do is just relax and take it in. So in my mind, for me to come down and travel in a foreign country, learning the language is something that's simply not negotiable. For me, essential if I'm going to spend time here and get comfortable and learn to absorb the culture, absolutely. I'm going to commit myself daily to a daily practice, sit down with zero joy, zero enthusiasm a lot of the time, and I'm going to sit there and force myself to do it anyway. So you'll notice in this clip of me entering a panaderia in San Felipe last winter, my Spanish was very poor. But, you know, this is part of the whole process of trying the best you can, being willing to fall on your face, and certainly during the process of learning a new language in a foreign country, you're going to fall on your face and you're going to have some embarrassing moments. ¿Cómo están ustedes?
Bien.
¿Mande?
Es lo primero, estar bien.
Aquí, sí. Man, I'll tell you, that was a painful lesson to learn, seeing the look on that guy's face. I did the best I could to take the embarrassment from that experience and channel it into my daily Spanish practice. It's since improved dramatically after about 8 months of daily practice, but I'll tell you, I still fall on my face. Walking into the El Centro. This is the daily walk. When Lily and I first came to Oaxaca, we were shocked to see the neighborhood that our Airbnb was in. For her in particular, I think it was difficult to see the conditions that the roads were in, as well as the garbage everywhere. We made the best of it though, and after just a few short weeks of exploring the area on my bike and on foot, it really began to feel like home. It would have been easy in a situation like this just to stay indoors and not go out, but that's not why we came here. We're at one of the most famous restaurants in all of Oaxaca, and I got very beautiful company. Making a salsa tableside, which is the first, I've never seen anybody make a salsa tableside with a molcajete. Gracias. Okay. So blue corn tortilla, queso Oaxaca. Or no, it's queso Oaxaca.
Como queso cotija, queso fresco puede ser.
Oh my God. That's dorado.
Dorado, ajá.
Dorado.
Filete de dorado.
And all kinds of fancy looking stuff. And this is lechon, which is a type of smoked pork. Yes. Con almonds. So some of these sauces that they gave me are almonds, and some of them are plum sauce. Not to adjust. Oh, the shoes? Oye.
Mira, guapo.
Oye, guapa. Kimchi pancake, classic Korean barbecue. What you do with these is take a leaf, put a little bit of rice, a little bit of barbecue, a little bit of condiments, pickled, fermented. That's kimchi. That's something else fermented, and awesome sauce. Lily has something called hola.
Hola. Pasta fuego, bebé.
Pasta fuego.
Right.
So we're just walking down one of the busy food districts. A lot of street vendors out here selling stuff. And we just got this, which is sort of a pastry filled with merengue. To sum up, as far as the concept of just jumping in, a wise man once said, feel the fear and do it anyway. If you can learn to do that consistently and utilize some of the concepts I've gone over, you probably have the best time of your life.